I didn't clarify this at the time because of the limited information, but the Eat Babies video featuring AOC, yeah, it was a hoax. A group by the name of Le Rouge came out and claimed the troll because it was a clear and obvious troll. But it's staying up. One, because it's funny. Two, because it's so absurd that really she should have said, "Hey, yeah, that's not cool. What are you talking about?" Okay, like for real. I'll put it to you guys like this: I am slowly reaching 300 subs, and I gotta say, guys, as much as I love each and every one of you, if you think that eating babies is okay, I don't mind losing you as a subscriber. I gotta say, I really don't. But with that being said, yeah, she's at it again. AOC is at it again with another idea that infuriates to an extent, because if you are familiar with my content and you're familiar with my work, you know exactly how I feel about the welfare state. I do not like it. I don't like it for Americans. I want the economic mobility and economic opportunities to be so plentiful and be so fruitful that people are able to maintain and take care of themselves, you know, just like off bat, not have to ask the government for a handout because they have it themselves. That's my mindset. I am fully on board with individualism. Like, it's not like I read Fountainhead or anything else like that. It's just that it's a part of my makeup. It's part of the man that my father raised. You know, a man takes care of himself. A man does what's necessary and what needs to be done. Something that my father taught me, and shown me throughout the course of his life. So yeah, when it comes to welfare programs and well, I want to separate the welfare from the social safety net, because I feel like, you know, the social safety net is things like unemployment, things that the worker kicks into, like you pay into the unemployment, and so when times do get rough, if you didn't get fired, you can collect, as opposed to welfare where, you know, you got your snaps, your EBTs to purchase, you know, just regular food items and things that seriously a job should take care of. But let's check out AOC's big brained idea.
The third is known as the Embrace Act, and we also have the Mercy and Reentry Act and the Embrace Act. So I'll start with Mercy and Reentry Act. The Mercy and Reentry Act allows us to open all of our social safety nets, and it ends federal discrimination on our social programs based on people who were formerly incarcerated.
That sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, like when you're talking about the Mercy and Reentry Act, it opens up space. It sounds as if she's saying it opens up space for you know, Americans who were incarcerated to, you know, have a more soft landing. Because I gotta say, there are endless programs and reentry programs that have been doing fantastic work. My cousin recently got out of prison and he's doing okay. So these are things that, you know, it sounds good, but a little redundant. And yeah, check out the caveat here.
And one reason that we do that is because one of the number one reasons for recidivism, why mass incarceration is such a persistent problem, is poverty. It's because people come out, we refuse and we deny and we refuse to extend opportunities to folks. So then we create so much economic isolation in this country that people feel funneled right back into recidivism, and then we're incarcerating the same community over and over again. So the Mercy and Reentry Act ends federal.
Okay, so yeah, let's chop that up. Like I just said, like, cousin got locked up, he's out, he's doing well, he's been able to get a lot of jobs because there's endless programs. Because the thing about America is that, particularly in our urban zones and in our urban communities, it's a what do I say? I call it a prison farm. You know, like the ability and the situations that, you know, drug a lot of people into prison are the same things that'll get them right back into prison. So she's not wrong when it comes to this area of it.
Discrimination for the formerly incarcerated for our social safety net. And the Embrace Act, we are doing the same, and we're ending, and it's a piece of legislation that ends similar discrimination based on documentation status.
And there we go. Okay, so yeah, based on documentation status, basically illegal undocumented peoples of color, whatever terminology you want to use. I mean, George Carlin has a great bit about how they play with the words and how they flip things around. And so I'm just straight up like, look, you're not here legally. No, AOC. You see that, right? That in the Embrace Act. Yeah, embrace. It's like, oh yes, we're gonna take you in even though you're in the commission of committing a crime. Dios mío. Yo. Like, how do you not, here's the deal. And Mr. Reagan pointed it out. And it's been so obvious for the longest time that these aren't things that she believes, or I think she genuinely cares about it. I think she feels that she genuinely cares about it because, oh my goodness, these people that she trusts and she believes in told her that these are things to care about. But ultimately, Cenk Uygur, the Young Turks, they said this, the Justice Dems, they said this for a while, that they were going to infiltrate the Democratic Party with radicals and with radical ideas and I mean, we're talking communism. We're talking about that Green New Deal is just a way to switch up the economic mechanisms of the country. And I just, no, I believe that we could take capitalism and we can maneuver capitalism, but as far as, oh yeah, this, you don't have to earn it type swag that they're on, like, well, just give it to people. Oh man, it's just free college, free healthcare, free everything. It's not free. These things cost money. Like, these things cost money. They all do. And where does that money come from? It's just like when you sue the city, right? The taxpayers are the ones that pay out that money to Eric Garner, the same people. And most times, because the likelihood that you're contributing tons of cash towards the tax system, because everybody contributes to the tax system, make no mistake, everything you purchase and everything we have in this nation has been taxed 12 times over. Okay, from the stove in your kitchen to the hose in your backyard to the sink in your to the sink in your bathroom, it's all been taxed, like, 3 or 4 or 5 times in each iteration to get from point A to point B. So we all pay tax, yes, but the amounts are different, and people who who are really stuck in the cycle of poverty don't have much to contribute in the first place, which is why economic mobility in these areas is so damn important. But what she's talking about here is, people who aren't American, who snuck into the country, who are here illegally, overstayed a visa, whatever you want to call it, regardless of their document. No, these things matter. These things matter, AOC.
Yes. It's kind of a next level piece of legislation, and it is.
It's kind of a next level piece of legislation. You may not get this, because that's the thing. We don't get it. No. This is way too big brained for us over here. All we hearing over here is give people who are in the country illegally, breaking the law, particularly when there's tons of Americans who are not given a reprieve on breaking the law. Millions of Americans are sitting in prison right now because they were not given a reprieve on breaking the law. Why is this such a hard concept? Why is, how do we get so far where the respect for a complete disrespect of the law to enter into Congress is rather amazing, I gotta say. But you have to respect the laws on the book. You ain't gotta like them. You can fight to change them. I do it myself literally every day. But until those laws are changed, those laws are the laws, and you adjust and you maneuver around. But the one thing you don't do is go jumping up in the law face talking about, yeah, you gonna do this, because the law, government, it will come back on you. Jesus.
Something that people are going to say, why would you do that? I believe that we need to acknowledge the contributions that immigrants make in America.
Yeah, that's the thing. You are playing the word game now, aren't you there? I believe that we need to acknowledge the contributions that immigrants make in America. Oh my goodness. Sweetheart, you forgot the illegal word. Yeah, you forgot that. See, that's the thing. You're trying to congeal immigrants and illegal immigrants. And that's the problem. That's where you are just wrong. And you need to stop. Golly, she is attractive. Yo, I tell apart. But the problem is that you're sitting here talking nonsense. And what you believe, I'm sorry, but it's just, nah. No, you believe this is a good idea. This is why you didn't stop the baby eating lady, because you just don't take nothing off the table. You have a very Jezebelian spirit, like, oh yeah, it's all good. And you know what? As a bartender, that's great. I love it because it's bubbly, it's very friendly, it's amazing, and you're probably wearing something low cut. But as a congressperson, a person who is supposed to write laws and pass legislation and have a solid understanding of our Constitution and the country and this country's history, I gotta say, you fail. Major fail.
And if you contribute to our society, I believe that you should benefit from it.
Okay, so here's the thing about contributions. I just got finished explaining how, look, are you sipping on a Pepsi right now? Like, anything that you have, are you driving a car? It's been taxed. We all contribute. Okay, you're here, you might as well chip in something, but to sit here and try to pull from the taxpayers, from those who pay their taxes and follow and play by the rules. I mean, come on now, that's nonsense. It really is, and you, young lady, need to be ashamed of yourself. And that's the thing. I feel like I understand where I disqualify my arguments against her when I talk about her looks, but the deal is that, guys, what am I supposed to do? What, you want me to ignore it? No. Just ignore the shit because it's in the back of my mind, because it's like, maybe that is, but you're thinking with your dick, Jay. You're thinking with your dick. No, it's a bad idea.
Society.
Okay, yeah, and I'm not very interested in Picard. But with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end on Picard's face. Isn't that amazing? All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, yeah, go ahead and do that too. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and bitch you didn't like, they don't like me like that. And speak. Let me know what do you think in the comments. She's nuts. She's so hot and she's so nuts. Like, seriously. It's like, if you're really playing to that age-old adage that, woo, the more, hey, she's cute. She was a cute kid, so thusly everybody like, yeah. And she could just fly and skate and everything's free, when no, it's not. But if you disagree and you agree with this, my comments are always open. So until the next one, guys.